Hello. We're back with some Legends Arceus. I'm a little bit sleepy.
It's
I guess
okay.
my energy hasn't started cooking yet. Great.
Yeah,
Hello, everyone. A
just
lot of
got the
people in
cook.
chat. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, that's fine. It's your channel.
Yeah. Look, Spot Enjoyer. TX Good. Jonathan. How's everyone doing today? What on earth were we doing? Um, Checking for EVs, but wait, no, I did leave and come back, so they might be back. I'm coming down from a sickness. So sometimes I'm gonna be muted to cough. Might also sound a little bit sick, but you hear a fraction of a cold, or oh my goodness, my mic is taking in a lot here. Hang on, let me turn that down a couple notches. There we go. That should sound better. If I say something
I'm saying something right now.
crazy. I'll go one notch up on my. There we go. How's everyone doing today? I personally, I'm pretty good. There was a fire alarm warning though. Turns out it wasn't actually a fire drill. Not because there was a fire, but because one of the restaurants downstairs flooded.
Oh,
Still live is alright. Being fine's alright too. What's BLY Manor?
Bly Manor?
What was it,
The
Bly?
Haunting of Bly Manor?
I don't
Is
know
that
if
the one I'm thinking of?
I don't know anything about Bly Manor.
I don't either.
Let me
Unless it's the
ponytail.
one I'm thinking of. Then I would. I don't think I ever finished it. We're still on the stream starting soon.
Whoopsies.
I didn't know how long you wanted to sit there. Yeah, Haunting of Bly Manor. It's a good one. It's by the same dude who did
There we go. Ghost shot. Go ahead.
I'm blanking on the name of it. Midnight Mass.
Is it a sad show?
Kabuki.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Emotional. It's good.
There's no longer starting soon. Yeah. Oops. I'm willing to bet EVs are not in this forested area.
Lots of Wurmples, though. Your favorite.
Woo! They're not, or a low spawn. Alright. Back over here. Who's this? Because that is marked as Horseshoe Plains, I believe. But it's not Plains anymore there. Wimple, my beloved? I'm not a huge fan.
The market Wurmple hater.
I don't hate Wurmple. I just wish that I didn't have to catch 50 of them to get one Dustox and 19 Beautifly. I think maybe it could have been done better. That? No. They're probably not down here. Oh, this is Aspiration Hill. We're way not here. That face has to be going for you.
It's going. I had some spicy chicken sandwiches for dinner, so, you know,
That's pretty good.
not that good.
What's the current goal? EVs. 8 of them. Yay.
Is that really all you need in this area yet?
No, there's more. I'll go do more.
Good.
Wait! Whew. 3 out of 8.
Only 5 more. That's not terrible.
I mean, the terrible part is the disappointment from coming here, checking everywhere, and nothing's there. And doing it again and again, and then sometimes the Alpha Rapidash is mad at you. Alright, first shiny.
Oh, Bidoof, huh?
Yeah. By the way, guys, I can't hear the game, like, at all. So, if you hear a shiny and I seemingly don't, scream. That's a tiny Bidoof! Look at that dude!
Oh my. That's gotta be a record holding tiny Bidoof.
That's crazy! Gotta actually complete the what is it, Arceus Dex? Yeah, it's... Gotta add that to my team. I am an actual on-the-record shiny hater. An element of me wants to not do it just to make people a little bit salty, but I won't do it. I won't be antagonistic. Okay, I'm done with Zubats. Good. I think I need to go... Ooh, Muck Voice. Somewhere down here. Why? I don't have an actual reason. The good ones I'm not very impressed by. The bad ones, duh. All in all, it just doesn't really get me. Face, I know I can catch first the Wurmple, now the shiny Pokemon, the biggest hater. Famously, yes, I'm a massive hater of everything. Like, no joke. I'm just a sour sap. Not actually, but you know. Big question. Are we able to get Ice Stones yet? I don't think so. Which means I won't be able to get a Glaceon. If any Wurmple is on site, I bet, I'm very tempted to knock one out. Just for you. But I won't. I'll first review. Face. I believe I saw it, but I don't know for sure. Is Quillfish on the catch list?
I don't know where the catch list went. I don't have that up anymore.
Ooh, I sent it to you, didn't I? Or was it in a VC chat?
Well, I should be able to...
If you want to try to get to the island area, you can try Alpha pre-barrel bridge. What? Or B-barrel bridge? I don't need to get to the island. I don't think. Woo. I need to catch a Quillfish. Oh, that does... I'll have face check something for a minute. But first, Quillfish. I'm pretty sure you can barely get one. But I don't remember where. need to check down here for a Cherim. Derby. At the very bottom of the map on the Snorlax side. Okay, that's where I thought. Honey. No shaking tree. Depending on what the guide itself says, though, might end up needing to do the V-Rail Bridge. I don't know if they consider Chimchar someone yet.
I don't even see Quillfish on here.
What?
I don't even see Quillfish on here.
Okay, QW.
Oh, of course.
Common mistake. One of very few Pokemon names I misspell often. Wobbuffet's another tough one. 2 B's, 2 F's. That's just tough, yeah. I don't know what I thought it'd be. Pardon me, sir. It's kind of nasty.
In the waters off Sand Gem Flats, southwest of Romanus Island.
Okay. Surprised I'm able to reach that. I wonder if I need to get a dead ball. Oh, this Shellos. Might as well get. He's out playing me. Ooh! I didn't know that. Hostile. He's grit. You can do it without, you just need good aim and berries to swim closer. If I can do berries, that should be fine. Getting cooked by this. Great balls. I probably have to beat you with grass type moves, right? No.
Dog unit outside again? Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. Level 30 is good for experience. They're down here. Oh, I see. Have I ever played Pokemon Unite? I have. Oh, yeah. You guys are really far out. Oh. Do I enjoy it, and do I have a main? This Gastrodon is interrupting my technique. I do not have a main, but I do enjoy it. I haven't played very much at all, though. I need to keep the dasher down quick. That was only half. That was all? Oh, that was nothing. I saw it over there on the beach, and I thought that maybe I should take it out first, but I didn't. Might be time to run. What little I did play, I did like Lucario quite a bit. Good ball. Try and catch it. Okay, sweet. Okay, even better.
No fishing minigame, huh?
No fishing minigame. This is not the intended way that you obtain these Pokemon. Hey. What do I need for Quillfish? One. Use Barbarage a whole lot. Okay. And then, does it say Chimchar is catchable on that list, Rat Face?
Let me check for you.
A little stronger than that. Yeah, just a little bit. You have a favorite Pokemon in general? That's Rotom. Which might be surprising because, you know, wildlife biologist and all that. And, you know, the thing I like is the not really wildlife Pokemon. Possibly as different as he could be aside from a god. But the Alola Dex just had a ton of personality. That was a mushroom, not a Pokeball. Alola Dex just had a ton of personality. Rotoms in general are kind of really neat to me. It's a novel concept. They do well. I loved using it in Generation 4 competitive. And 5, 6, 7. They're very meta relevant. Oh, I only need to catch 2 Wurmples. I don't need to get all of the 4. Oh, Wurmples, Burmese. In general, pretty solid. I need to get more bag space. Wish they didn't put Rotom in everything. Yeah, I think everyone having a Rotom form is kind of crazy. Or everyone having a Rotom phone is kind of crazy, but I don't necessarily hate it. Nobody's evolving. I think Rotom's very not marketable. Can't put him in a plushie and have people fall in love. But I think he's very likable to a lot. Number of heavy specimens you caught. That's very rude. Dabbers like mushrooms.
Whoever's
Oh,
like mushrooms.
Abras like mushrooms.
Do science. Do nature science.
Well, yes, it seems they do. You'd absolutely buy a Rotom plushie. Look, I'm not saying you couldn't sell a Rotom plushie. I'm saying I don't think many people would buy one. Oh, they like everything that's not. What's that? Salt. I don't like salts. I don't think I even need to catch anymore. 6. Or 7. Sadly, that doesn't count as eating. Teleport, what do I gotta do with you? Eat with bug type moves. What do I have to do with Vespiquen? Dang it, I thought that would like. Yeah. Bug. I have bug. Oh well. That's just a normal. You're welcome.
Oh. Guess you
Not the
could,
thing. Let's watch. Coolest type, in my opinion. Ice, haha.
nice.
Which might be my answer anyway. I think a third of the time they do some really neat stuff with bugs. And then 2/3 of the time they do some really boring stuff with bugs. Actually, no, reverse that. In early gens, a lot of those Pokemon, like Butterfree, Beautifly, Beedrill, Dustox, it's just a bug. You go outside and you find a bug. Which is not a problem, but I don't think normal is going to be the coolest type to anyone. It's alone. Lone or stone. But you got Pokemon like Heracross, that's kind of boring. I think Burmese really neat, especially with the 3 Wormadam forms being whole different typings and movesets and everything. Then Air Blast and Shelmet, as annoying as they are to evolve, are really cool. Bug might be my answer. I think there's a lot of really cool bug types, even if they are horrible. Which in a reason. And buy a bunch of bag space. Oh! Rat Face.
Yeah.
Can you control F on that document and try and find Ice Stone? What would the attributes of an onion Pokemon be, Professor? So for focusing on the onion part of the onion, poison is actually going to be a little bit of an effect, but I could see fire or electric working. The thing that makes you cry when you cut onions is sulfur. So you could probably do something really cool with that. Grass type is kind of obligatory, but you could do some sort of like ground electric type, and I don't think it's wholly out of nowhere. You could even have it be like a bulb, and it's an electrical bulb, but also an onion bulb. That can be funny. This is not where you go for that.
You have to buy one from Jubilife Village.
That guy doesn't exist until after Cleavor. A poison type's one and only fan? Yeah. They sell ice stunts at the rare shop, yeah. Specifically, I believe the crazy stock. I don't think they sell it at the normal stock. I checked the locations, Ratface. I just wanted to see if that document had some sort of secret way to get it. Or for future Paradox forms or past Paradox forms? You come into the chat of a wildlife biologist and ask if he likes robots or dinosaurs. I like the dinosaurs. Yeah, the merit shop sells everything. It's also where you get the Rotom forms, but I'm sure you knew that. Ooh, there's a bad crick in my neck. Dumb question? I don't think it was an actual dumb question. My favorite Pokemon is Rotom, which is a little bit, you know, out of nowhere. I don't want to get the honey cake right. Oh, I already have the honey cake. Do a couple of the missions that I have here. Requests, my bad. He's a Starly. I think, unfortunately, the future Paradox Pokemons really got shafted with designs. There are really only 2 ones. You know,
Iron Tusk is cool.
Iron Tusk is cool. I'm not in love with him though. It's Iron Tread.
Yeah.
Paradox form should look more like more than one Pokemon. Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. Iron Moth and Iron Valiant or Peak. I don't like Iron Moth. I think it's kind of. I think the Dex entry is kind of interesting with the it being a UFO for data collection. But also, all of the Pokemon are just imaginations made real by Terra Crystal. Like some of the future forms don't get enough credit. Ones. I don't. I think most of them are kind of really, really lame. I do think that a non-zero reason that people don't like them is because the naming scheme is Iron. Those are neat. Both past Pokemon were like common ancestors, or current Pokemon and future Pokemon were hybrids. I am glad that they're not, because I would have to spend far more time in YouTube and Reddit comments desperately saying, hey, these are not, you know, actually ancestors. Because remember, these Pokemon didn't exist.
You know what doesn't exist right now?
That.
Everybody's likes on the video.
That's true. Everyone should like the video. It's really awesome. It helps out a lot. Not my parent. Bleh. I think that could be cool. Some echo of design seen so far ago or so far in the future could be neat. Good beach in the evening. It's kind of evening. I'm guessing it's not evening because I don't have the quest marker.
Doesn't seem to be evening.
It looks kind of orange in the sky in the distance. There is no kid here. All right.
No weight mechanic. You just have to stand here and hope.
No, there's one running back to town. Bed. Sleep till a certain time of day.
Aha.
I think with the pet,
There is a weight mechanic.
there always is a weight mechanic. But there's no fishing minigame.
That's okay. I don't think a fishing minigame is good.
Yes, Iron Bundle's so goofy. I can dig it. Being a geologist in the world would be... Yeah, it's strange. Those were around when Pokemon were yokai. So, you know. But the way they apparently do it is by radiation. And that's a whole mess to get into. Could be a Pokemon that appears to be fusing Lairon and Rhyhorn, but it's actually the common ancestor. I would be very down for that. I'm actually currently trying to put together the map of Hisui onto the map of Sinnoh. It is insane. I didn't realize just how much is just nonsense. It's been an absolute nightmare and horrible, and I regret making a post that says I'm going to do this video. But here we are, and I could not imagine trying to make any sense of the geology of the Pokemon world. I was imagine that Mega Evolution effectively brings back Pokemon ancient forms. I think Mega Evolution is one of those things that I've been ignoring just because I don't want to tackle all the stuff that implies. And the Pokedex entries are usually innately a little bit silly. That being said, Mega Aerodactyl does imply that, well, it doesn't even imply, it straight up says that it is its ancient form. Thoughts and prayers? Thank you. Ooh, it's bad. It's hard. What I've been doing is reasoning that people who made the map of Hisui had to do it entirely on foot, and so we're just drawing as they went. Meanwhile, the people that are in Sinnoh have GPS, are accurate with it. But who knows? Oh, there's a fast travel here the whole time. Fortunate. Additionally, places have kind of moved around quite a bit. What I'm saying as an excuse.
Oh, excuse me.
Sleepy.
A little bit. I always am.
Let's do the Pokedoku.
Let's do the Pokedoku. Psychic dual type.
An animal that should have a Pokemon based on it. Skunk. Oh, wait, no, we already got a skunk. Platypus. Psychic dual type. Bronzong is an option. Bronzong.
Bronzong. Nice. Good 1% of people.
1% said Bronzong?
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Normal psychic.
Normal psychic. Indeedee, I think, is the only option. Do you like do you have a take on the Hisui map? It's a little bit more like ancient maps. Yeah, I think it is very stylized. Yeah, Lola Monkey. Oh, a Ranguru. Oh, he's probably never said. Is it too late to do a Ranguru?
Oh no, I got NDD.
Ah, well. What's the NDD percentage?
12.8.
Oh, really? Oh, Giraffe Rig is also infrared giraffe.
Psychic ice.
Psychic ice. Jinx Smoochum.
Muchum. Yes. All right, a dual type first in its evolution line.
Dual type first in its evolution line. I. Guys, is Rowlet grass flying or is that like a later thing? Any Route 1 bird? Yeah, but let's be creative with it. Similarities between Mega and Paradox Mons reminds you of. Oh. It's. I can
Rowlet
see
is-
that.
Yes, Rowlet.
Okay. Yeah, Rowlet then. I could see that, but like. At the same time, I don't know. The fact that Megas require like a bond with the trainer is very strange. Whereas those salamanders, I don't think like the scientists very much at all if they had enough of a brain to feel hate. Rowlet is dual. I thought so, but I wasn't certain. Wait, I had a Rowlet in my party. Mantis Shrimp does have a Pokemon based on it. Well, no, not quite. But I think Clauncher and Clowitzer, while they're shrimp and not what a Mantis Shrimp is, I think that they're kind of supposed to kind of be it. Shoot explosions out of their claw. Oh, whoops, I wasn't done with her. Apparently it was.
Normal first in the evolution line.
Normal first evolution. Oop, Stantler. Stantler. Oh, Weirdeer is also a normal psychic.
Stantler. And first in its evolution type, or evolution line, type ice.
First in evolution, ice. Bergmite.
Bergmite. Yes. Dual type grass.
Dartrix.
Yes. Grass normal.
Smoliv.
And very finally, grass ice.
Rice. What grass ice type are there? Snover. Oh yes, Snover and Obama Snow.
Newer.
Let me be clear.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Such a charity.
Well, we did it.
We did it, guys.
We have done it. We got it. We're the smartest and the best.
I believe we're so cool.
Like no one ever was.
To beat the Pokedoku is our test. To get the smallest percentage is our cause. What do we win?
Oh,
Watching me
that's a
fail
good
to sneak up
question.
on a Dustox.
Yeah.
Oh, shake a tree. No! Not what I need.
That's just a Kobe.
It is just a Combi. He's walking away too, he's not even interested. Which area of this game are you not looking forward to? We're in it. Not genuinely. I mean, maybe if I give it enough thought, I might actually say this area too. But the fact that there's so much that's just barely not cut off. Oh yeah, Reface, Chimchar on the list.
Yeah.
Because I think with an exploit, I'm able to get him. I think I'm able to get him through a mission. But I don't know for sure, and I don't know if that list cares. Foggy is back. Foggy's gone. Nope. There it goes. I was forced to make a poop Pokemon. What would I come with? We got a few options for that one that I think would actually be more interesting than people think. One example could be some sort of like dung beetle thing, where maybe it is in the same way that a Slowpoke gets a Shelter and becomes a Slowbro. It could be that Relor gets some sort of like mind control dung. That sounds goofy, but I'm already working with poop Pokemon as a concept, so I don't really have too much to do. Game where you get Stantler? No, I'm pretty sure he's only found in like Reminisce. But there is that one mission where you can catch him and he's not on Reminisce, I believe. Similarly, you could probably make like a compost Pokemon. And that is technically poop.
So Chimchar is a
What is
rare
accuracy?
spawn at Deer Track Heights.
I guess I'm wrong. Chimchar is?
That's what it says.
I've literally never seen a Chimchar at Deer Track Heights. I've only ever seen them on Reminisce. Huh. Where all the trees are? Right there? Poop is important in biology. Copper lights could work. What am I gonna do for you? Catch.
Imagine the science nerd in that cave is just guarding a whole bunch of copper lights instead of Kabuto and Omanite fossils.
Don't touch my poop. You beat him in a fight and he's like, okay, you can have one of my poops. Could do some sort of petrified poop Pokemon.
There's a poop Digimon.
Yeah, well, that's Digimon.
It is.
And we can thank our lucky stars every single day that we're not playing Digimon.
I like Digimon.
Sorry to hear that.
Alienating your audience.
Petrified poop Pokemon? Yeah, it's like a... got the alliteration to it. There's some appreciation there. Look, dude, I have to work with poop. I mean, you know, there's not much to do. The Objectmon haters are ready to fight me for that idea. That's poopy. It sure is poopy, Chop. I don't understand the Objectmon haters. Like, I get it occasionally. Depends. You want evolution goes from cat to a fridge to a machine gun? Yeah.
They're Digimon. Digital monsters.
Right, and that's why Pokemon won. Because if you imagine you're playing with your pet Digimon, it deconstructs when the power goes out. But if you imagine you're playing with your pet Pokemon, well, your Charmander just uses his fire tail to keep the lights on when the power goes out.
I'm not arguing that point.
I'm just saying. So is it like right here? Is it only right here? You don't get the bipedal haters? I disagree, but I see it, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think it's an issue, but I can understand why they complain. I've actually got one right here. One of your favorites are Objectmons? I think they get really creative with them. Where you had the best luck? Okay. Might alternate between looking for a Chimchar and looking for an Eevee. Honestly, the only place I really fully agree with the bipedal haters, or even to some extent, is a lot of starters being bipedal. I wish that they stuck with a little bit more of an animalistic design, but I don't hate the bipedals at all. You get why people hate Meowscarada? I don't. What's hilarious to me, and I understand that it's not exactly what I'm about to say, but everyone hates all the bipedal starters when they go from, you know, Sprigatito quadrupedal to Meowscarada bipedal. But the moment the opposite happens, you know, Oshawott goes to Samurott, oh, all of a sudden it's not okay there either. I'm joking. I understand exactly why people don't like it, even though I think it's cool. What I don't like is any my mic a little bit. Any emulation of clothes, I really dislike. I talked about this the other stream too.
Like Lucario's shorts.
Lucario's shorts, I'm not a big fan of. I don't hate them. I just don't really like them that much. Incineroar's wrestling belt, I actively loathe. Why? Why is that there? What about Leavanny that can make clothes? Big difference. Don't mind that at all. Is it clothing or flesh? Either way feels wrong. And Gardevoir. Another excellent example. What is going on there? It's intelligent enough that I could believe that it makes clothes, but I believe a Pokedex entry specifically refers to it as fur. Or hair. Which is odd. You feel like some people go on a bit too far with it? I had one person tell me Skeletor is too humanoid. Well, that person was just trying to stir the pot, I think. Or really just needed a reason to dislike Generation 9.
Skeletor is the crocodile, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Too humanoid, right?
Yeah, way too humanoid.
I don't know about you guys, but he looks just like me when I go on the floor and start singing heavy metal to a Firebird.
He looks just like me when I dip my hot chicken sandwich in hot sauce.
The argument is that stands up in one of the attack animations. Has he ever seen a Komodo dragon in real life? Gen 9 is overhated? I think it's hated for the wrong reasons. Yeah, I also think it's overhated. I think it's both. A lot of people say, oh my goodness, the bugs are insane. It's always the same few pictures of bugs. They never get new pictures. Like, there were problems. There were little itty-bitty stutters, and the game ran like poop. That could be a Pokemon. Generation 9's graphics. But, you know. Which gen is overhyped? 3. Or 1. One of the two. Oh, that's an Eevee.
Ooh, I won't hear you talk bad about Gen 1.
Oh, I know you're just going to ignore me even if I do. Gen 4. I disagree. Now, there is bias here. But I would say that Generation 4 has... No! No! The ball fell just short. Gen 4 is the most overrated. I'll give you overrated, but not overhyped. Gen 5? No, Gen 5, I think... The biggest Eevee whiff? No, the first one was the biggest Eevee whiff. Because I got... That was a very forgivable Eevee. And I still missed a bunch. I think Gen 5 is not overhyped. I think that people are retaliating against the haters. But I think Generation 5 really only ever missed in Black and White 1's decision to remove the rest of the Pokemon from the pre-E4 Pokedex. You have lots of Pokemon ideas? We'll get sharing them. What's the flag in your username, by the way? Also, hello. I think it's your first time around. Hope it's your first time around, otherwise I'm embarrassed. Chop, that's the second biggest Eevee whiff. I appreciate the decision, but I would say it wasn't correct necessarily, or at least not, you know, in some objective sense. I guess what I'm more saying is, of all the complaints to have about Gen 5, one of the more solid ones. Because I appreciate having to use all the new Pokemon. And something I do in the games is that before each gym, I'll try and catch a whole new team. Sometimes, well, usually I'll keep my starter. But, you know, I just like exploring options, seeing what's there. They made some of my favorite Pokemon. Whoa! I'm not saying calling Gen 5 bad. I didn't mean to insinuate that in any capacity. I don't think people hate on all the generations that came before and after and leave Gen 5 alone. Gen 5 used to get all the hate in the world and still gets plenty. There's a section to share Fakemon, or is it now? Now. If you have ideas just typing, send them in chat and we'll talk about them. And if you have a particular image, I will pull it up and put it on stream. Who is angry at me? I'm probably the Shinx down there. Dark type Reggie. Give me some scoop about him. What's up with him? What does he do?
Prop's in love with him. That's what's about.
Prop is in love with him. She does love the Reggies. Then the Pokedex entry. It doesn't look like we have any Chimchars.
That's going to be a bit annoying, seeing as it's a rare spawn.
And a tiny area. Love us a Viper
Yeah.
evolution. Maybe make a dragon. Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Already said this, but Psychic type Reggie based on the Enlightenment.
Yeah, that was a cool idea. I like that one.
Dark Ages Reggie. Psychic Enlightenment Reggie.
Yeah.
There's a lot you could do there. You could get a Fire type Reggie based on the Gunpowder Age too.
Reggie Cannon.
Reggie Cannon.
TM, do not steal.
Very true. Okay, you know what? I'm going to swap out some of my team. B-Barrel's just going to finish over time. He's getting kicked off. Poison Black Death Reggie. I could see it. We gotta work in friendship with Zubat. We'll go more though. Starvey and Luxio do need to eventually evolve. This book one will come back to you. Junior does need friendship. Caskin. Sent you one of my Fakemon not too long ago. Not sure if that counts. I recall that. Send it again though. Let's talk about it now. And that way I can upload it on stream.
I just think that Pokemon need more like regional forms.
I
don't know if you need any new Pokemon, but I would love some more regional forms.
I would love more regional forms more than anything. But I also love more Pokemon. I think
True.
there are so many unexplored ideas. Like type Reggie based on Buddha statues. Ooh. I could also see that being fairy in some capacity. Gyarados flying. You're far enough away, it looks really goofy. Oh, there it is. Ah, he stopped. I do need to get down to that bank. I think that's where you can catch Pass. Boxing mantis shrimp with explosive clubs. I dig it.
You need a cat Pokemon that's not hideous. Persian's the only one I...
What about Liepard?
Oh, I like Liepard too, yeah.
Wait a minute. Someone told me something about Graveler having a black augerite. That's what it was. Raffis, can you check that document and look up black augerite? Or
Yeah, it's Alpha Gravelers.
Okay.
But not the Alpha Graveler.
Yeah. Grandpa needs more love. Or pre-evolution or regional. You know what? Last stream someone asked me if a Pokemon needed pre-evolution or evolution. Grandpa. Grandpa's just there. Like, he wakes up and he's a grandpa now. Granted, that's my opinion of everything. I enjoy the nymph forms. If I were an alien, I'd be the friendliest alien you could meet. What do my chops need? Catch. Heavy specimen. Eat with flying type moves. Check if Okay, I'm done with Dartrix. One more crustacean loving Pokemon. I agree. There are too few crustacean.
Pokemon based off deep spider crab. Or deep sea spider crab would be cool.
Behem? Forgot about that Pokemon? Yeah, I'm not a fan of Behem. One use Snap though. Big one you sent me a little while back was pretty much. Oh, that's right! The regional Spiritomb! Very cool. Apologies for that. I do get a lot of DMs whenever I upload new videos, so just, like, it was not me just forgetting. There's just a lot there. Actually, I have some I gotta reply to, and I think you're one of them. Oh, Cascum can. We should have kept it as Cascum. Looking at Freak is going for when it comes to bipedals is that from the ancient-centric point of view, 2 feet is seen as more advanced. Who sees that? Is that LGM? The regional LGM could be cool. You can even have it evolve into something different from Behem. Because, instead of bug-eyed monster, which is what it's supposed to be, it could be some sort of like... It could be some sort of, local... What are those things called? Cryptid? Live in a region based off either Africa or Australia.
Australia would be cool just because of the ecological weirdness down there.
Yeah. I actually thought of doing, like, as practice for the fan game I want to eventually make, is, some sort of Hoenn if Team Magma one. And it's very Australia-like. So, a lot of Pokemon, like kangaroos and all that. I thought that could be cool. That close enough for that Magikarp to care? No. Not. Yes, it is. And I'm not doing that. Pokemon you want to eat? No remorse. Most of them. I have that feeling about real life, too. In real life, nothing, going extinct or anything in the Primates order, but... Other than that, fair game. Give me some food. In terms of Pokemon specifically, like if you said I have one choice... I bet Melting's pretty tasty. Is that more humanoid?
I was gonna say Magikarp.
Magikarp is not good tasting, like in lore.
But oh no.
Yeah.
I made a poor choice. Oh well.
Yeah, if I catch 3 more, I should be good. I tried to backtrack him. Well, humanoid starters made it easier for them to animate. That's why Pikachu thinned out. I am forever sad about the defattening of Pikachu. Let him be chunky. I don't really want to see a roly-poly that is made from a saw blade. Cook again. That's cool. I like that. I wouldn't even count that as an Abjectmon. I would just say that that's like, some sort of extreme biology element. Which I don't like, but I think it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, for the channel, I would hate it. But for a Pokemon fan, I would love it. Not Pikachu's the best Pikachu. I prefer, like, the Gen 2-ish, where he's got some chub. Like, he's got quite a belly, but he's not rotund. I do need more Scythers, but...
I love old Rotund.
Yeah, I dig it too, but not my favorite. This is too far to be a cherry, right? Long tree color, something like that. Dude.
Just don't take a Pikachu's picture in the fall.
Is that a reference to some sort of saying
They're
in real life?
stocking up for winter.
Oh.
No, it just, they're stocking up for winter. They're putting on their winter weight.
Okay, yeah. Woo.
They got the next picture in the spring.
Whoops. Fill up and become a saw blade. That's really neat. Kind of like, oh, I am in a bad spot right now. Just like that one Pokemon. Sandshrew and Sandslash. Dead? Almost. Dang it. Need to get out of combat. I like that the lock-on doesn't automatically lock you onto hitting them with the ball, just in their direction. You have to aim it. That was not a backstrike. Is eating plant Pokemon vegan or not? In this very game, Professor Laventon, who is an untrustworthy narrator, I think he's a bad scientist, says that Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant. Implying that it is not a plant, but it can photosynthesize. Therefore, it is not vegan. The idea with veganism specifically is reducing suffering. There is an element to talk about, you know, plant awareness, but regardless. So I would think that if the plant Pokemon like a Smoliv is able to say, no, don't turn me into oil to fry your potatoes, then it is probably not vegan. Favorite Pokemon antagonist? I will address that after these other two because these seem shorter. Beetle Pokemon that's a robot and each evolution makes them more mech-like. I could see that. Could do an ant thing, like with fire ants building up a mecha. Oh, no one steal that idea. I'm totally using that for the fan game. Thank you, Chop. What do I think about contests? Okay, I'll get back to that after the antagonist question. Favorite antagonist? Team Plasma might be it, because I was actually confused when, in the very first speech, they're like, your Pokemon don't want to be with you, yada yada. And I was genuinely thinking, why did the people around me say that that was a horrible thing to say? I think that it might actually be true. You're just about to draw the beetle ID? You can. I'm just like, go ahead. And if you don't want me to, I won't use it. You know, it was your idea first. But I was confused when the protagonist's friends were saying, what an awful thing to say. Because I kind of agreed. Now, you know, very shortly after that, they do ruin it. Classic Pokemon storytelling style by having them kick a Munna until it gives out Dream Mist. So, they are failures of antagonists in general. But I love the concept, and I like that in Black and White 2, it splits in two. Like, they splinter. And the ones with the original puritanical idea that Pokemon are meant to be freed keep the Crusader look. But the ones that are more radical and are just trying to take power have a more terrorist look. I think that's fantastic. We can seem to forget that plants have complex sensory systems and panic when they get damaged. There is more to that than just that. Like, how much of that is sentience and just a reaction to, like, severance? We're unsure. Plant science is very poorly understood. I don't think any conclusions can be drawn just yet. Not that I myself am vegan, but I do think that we're not ready to make a statement about whether plants are truly con. Will we ever? Who knows? Anyway, contests. I love them. Exclusively Diamond Pro and Platinums. I think Gen 3s are okay. I wish they lasted a little bit longer. I think that the redo in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl is horrible. But, yeah. So I just think a trainer could really force their Pokemon into things like, I'm sorry, a Rattata could body me. I think it's... In the anime, it's even addressed that Pokeballs seem to be more like mind control devices. They actually dropped this plotline entirely along with another one. It seems like they really don't want to touch any animal rights issues with Pokemon. Because that, and the plotline of Pokemon food being awfully, horribly untasty, were both totally ignored for the rest of time. They've never come up again.
Oh, I remember that. Pikachu doesn't want to eat it.
Yeah, Brock would specifically cook tasty meals because Pokemon liked it more. They didn't want the kibble, they wanted that.
Well, I suppose that's like a real life dog. If I offered my dog a steak or a kibbles, first he'd eat the steak, but then he'd eat the kibbles.
Well, that's for a different reason. It's not because he necessarily does or does not like the kibble. It's because dogs are programmed to eat as much as they can because they don't know when the next meal is coming. And then along that
8
line,
in the morning and 5 o'clock at night.
yeah, well, he doesn't know that. It's like stress eating. You know that you're not supposed to be eating that food, but you're freaking out. You gotta eat. Furthermore, though,
True, true.
I do think that there's an element to say about that with dogs, but I'm not exactly here to go preach into the choir or anything of that sort, so... As much as I would love to share my opinions, I won't. I guess I'll show my opinions, but please don't take them as gospel. I do find dog food unethical. But, you know, doesn't mean it's bad by any means. It's just I myself don't find it like that. Like if I had a roommate who relied on me for food, I wouldn't buy McDonald's every day. Just cook him pasta. Not everyone has the time for that.
Well, you know, if you get him the nice food, then you're not feeding him McDonald's every day. You just gotta spend the extra money on the nice food.
Well, even then, it's still like Wendy's, you know.
Not
If you had good for you,
Good Mac Bros.
healthy and tasty Cheez-Its that were the same 3 flavors, would you be able to eat that for your entire life?
Probably, because I'd get hungry.
Frankly, yeah. But, you know,
I mean, if I could have a dessert Cheez-It, a breakfast Cheez-It, and a lunch Cheez-It,
I'd actually eat goldfish for my entire life. That's just because I can shovel those things into my mouth until my stomach inflates. Too much food.
oh, you know what I want? Some pizza blasted goldfish.
I don't like any of the flavored blasted goldfish. First the
I don't think it
Wurmple,
tastes good. It just
then the
tastes like
shinies,
pizza
now
blasted.
this. I don't think they taste bad,
You're-
but they ruin my fingers.
Yeah,
Best chips.
best chips.
There
I've-
were chips in my hometown in Ohio called Shearers. When they were bought out by Utz, they didn't taste as good anymore. Those chips, long gone as they may be, are and will forever be my favorite chip. If you've ever had Cape Cod kettle cooked, they're a little bit like that.
I'm just stun locked because of the amount of different chips I like.
I see that. Do something. Oh, you threw something in the chat. Is it something you're wanting me to share on stream? Because I will do that.
Oh, which Pokemon berry? Oh.
Ooh. Real quick. We'll just go with the display capture. Nice and easy. Nice and quick. Whoa. By the way, this is the size of the screen I'm playing on. Like. Whoops. There it is. This is what I see. Except chat is normally popped up to the side like this. Hello, everyone. Which Pokemon berry do I think would make the best chip flavor? That is calculable because Pokemon berries do have listed flavors. This is the first stage of Chop's E-Mech. E-ite. Was that supposed to be like a bite? Like B-Y-T-E, like a data storage? That's pretty cool.
Oh, I like it.
But if we go to something like... Not on this page. Chillinberry. There is actually a taste. Berry can be cored out and dried to make a whistle. Blowing through its hole makes an indescribable sound. A berry that has a dry flavor which is unimaginable from its roundish appearance. Good for neutralizing the smell of other ingredients. And it's a little bit sweet and a decent amount dry. You could actually find out like a good, perfect chip flavor. And that's pretty cool. Huge chip with antennas making the beetle horn. I like that. Sweet corn Cheetos are amazing. You're expecting me to disagree somehow? I'm not a huge fan of Cheetos, and I'm also not a huge fan of corn. So, I suppose you were correct. I swear I'm not just a hater. I'm not just saying these things to make people mad. I don't hate it, by the way. Like I will eat any chip. You put it in my mouth and it's chip. I will eat it. I'd like to give a shout out to
Flag.
Doritos though. What's up?
After you're done shouting out Doritos, have you liked the stream yet?
Me? I love the
Yeah.
stream. Oh, but do you mean the YouTube function where you hit the like button and it increases the ratings on the stream?
Yeah.
As a creator, I can't do that. However, the viewers, they can. The viewers should totally hit the like
Wow.
button even after I have just taken a big old poop Pokemon on all of their opinions. I apologize for that. First Wurmple, shiny Pokemon, corn, then Cheetos. I like jalapeno Cheetos. I actually do. I don't buy any chip bags because I am neurotic about food waste. Well, just waste. But I do like them.
Those jalapeno Cheetos taste like fake jalapeno to me. I cannot stand
I'm not
them.
eating them so they taste like jalapeno. With cheese? Okay, Chop here suggested to me the other day Takis and nacho cheese. And let me tell you,
Sounds so good.
it was so good. It really just tasted like Takis and also nacho cheese in my mouth at the same time rather than anything in particular. But you know what? That didn't mean it wasn't tasty.
That's literally what I've been looking for in that flavor combination.
Where is Pikachu located?
Where is Pikachu located? Let me check for you.
Ooh, I'm actually going to go on break for a little bit. I really have to use the restroom.
Okay.
So, there we go. We'll be back. Hello. Whew. I am refreshed from walking. How's it going, Chop?
It's going well.
Good.
I have the idea for the second evolution.
Give us the scoop.
definitely save it, but I also don't think I'll be able to drive. So the idea is something kind of similarly designed off of the Boston Dynamics robot dog.
Ooh, I like that. But still a beetle.
Yeah.
Neat. Did cheese Takis once and never been able to find them. I don't like cheese Takis very much. I only really eat Takis for the texture anyway, so.
I don't think anyone really eats anything for the texture,
I do.
unless it's like a salted chip.
You were right about this orange juice.
Yeah, dude. It's orange and it's juicy. Crickets. Let's get some pictures. Yeah, where's Pikachu?
Pikachu. Obsidian Falls.
I'm not sure I'm able to reach that. How's your break, rat face?
It was quick, but I got myself some vegetables to snack on and a little glass of orange juice.
That's pretty awesome. On the left over here. There's some mushroom Pokemon that apparently tastes really good. I think it might be Paris. I think Paris's mushrooms are
Anamugas?
apparently tasty. What? Not a Mungus.
Nothing.
They apparently taste suspicious. Oh, there's Pikachu's. Unshock Thunderbolt, catch without being spotted. Number of light specimens caught. I can't believe they would enforce the skinny Pikachu agenda like that. They deserve to be fat. Ooh, if I can actually find a non-damaging move I have. Let's sit here and just watch it use moves for a little bit. Had to do something for a sec. You missed me walking in a circle for a little bit and going and catching Pikachus. Hopefully a light style Thunder Shock doesn't knock it out. Not even close. Pikachu's enraged. He's so mad. He's so mad he's not even attacking.
Pikachu's looking around.
He's looking around. He's in shock. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, done. Alright, Pikachu's over. Oh, I didn't get... Where are Thunderstones around our face?
Just checking here.
Take your time.
Smashing black ore.
Darn. When am I gonna get Togekiss? Oh, you can catch a Togekiss, can't you? Actually, Redface, fact check that. Toge. Surely Gumi are not catchable here, and that was just from that guy. A Togepi is not found in the Fieldlands, so.
Okay. Scale the mountains around Lake Verity, and you will spot a Togekiss flying around the southern cliffs, which you'll need to catch with a feather ball or higher.
And that is in Obsidian Fieldlands? Wait,
As far as I can tell.
darn it. How much is left to do in the Fieldlands? A lot. Right now I'm checking for Cherubi. Need to get a Crobat eventually. Apparently we need to go and get a Togekiss, but not a Togetic or Togepi. Lots of alphas? I don't need to catch the alphas. It's going to be easier in some cases too. I'm convinced that Cherubi do not exist. I catch the Alpha Lopunny just to make that easier. Sweet. Big levels too. Probably 5 points on Lopunny. Maybe it was made by the government to keep us from progressing. So were ice stones, because I don't think those are actually obtainable pre-Cleavor. There's gonna be some way I'm proven wrong. Technically, I already know a way to get them. With the online Lost and Found system. Are there any mystery gifts active for this game? We've created a new run, Professor Oak Alpha Pokemon Challenge. You have to catch every attainable Alpha Pokemon. All of them, technically. I catch 2 more Beautiflies. Not these 2 that are trying to attack me, but... Yeah, you're probably mad at me too, yep. I'm not dealing with all that, actually. This tree's shaking. Oh. Tree. Show me.
Sorry I'm being quiet. I'm eating celery.
You're all good.
Figure streamers won't listen to that.
Oh. Maybe some people do. Don't eat celery on stream, but you know. I would need 2 Thunderstones too. I might spend some time up in Warburg Pass. Perfect Professor Oak challenge, you have to perfect every Pokemon? Yes, that is doable. There is a guide for it. No, not doing it. What would be my partner Pokemon? If Pokemon were real? I've talked about this a little bit before. I would have a Galvantula to use Electro Web to slow down Pokemon so I can study them. Like to trap them.
That's a cool answer. I like Squirtle. I'd like a Blastoise.
I got a feeling if you're average Joseph, you're probably not going to be able to get a Blastoise.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you?
I've done it.
Done it?
I second stage.
Would I eat Galvantula? I don't think you understand just how tasty bugs are.
Cheese.
Man, they taste like protein liquid.
Oh.
Is this what it is? A whole bunch of protein liquid. I think you'd have a Purloin or a Swadloon. Ooh. Yeah, I'll pull it up in just a moment.
I dropped the second stage in second.
We get the second stage of the Beetle Mech here.
Now my question is, do I go more Pacific Rim or Gundam?
I think Gundam is more similar to Pokemon.
Got it.
Swadloon based. I actually like Swadloon. One of the more interesting cocoons. I wonder if Golisopod Enjoyer would choose Golisopod. You want to say you'd have a Porygon Z? You're not cool enough to have a Porygon Z? I think you're cool enough to have a Porygon Z. That one doesn't even require training, you just give it a virus. Morally questionable, if anything. And competitively questionable in some fields. As long as he's accounting for Primal Groudon and Hackmons. Is it? Ow.
Those were some good vegetables. I'm glad I enjoyed them.
I'm glad you enjoyed them too.
See, I knew you were going to say that, so I already enjoyed myself.
Would I eat Shedinja? Without looking at the back, but I'm pretty sure it's a husky. I don't think it'd be very tasty. Lice Pod or alternatively King Gambit? I dig. I feel like King Gambit would be awful at chess. I feel like he'd want to be good, and he thinks he's good, but he's just not quite there.
Try to pull off a King Gambit, but it's not chess.
I think he would try to Gambit his king, but he accidentally Desperados it and loses the game on the spot. I hope there's a single chess nerd in here that thinks that's at least remotely funny.
It ain't me.
Oh. The genius is in it. Kind of a chess nerd? Me too. I'm not huge into it, I'm still learning. But I think I'm at that unfortunate point where I kick any casuals butt, but I can't beat anyone with like serious effort, no matter how hard I try, sort of deal. Wrong type of nerd, it happens. What other fandoms am I in besides Pokemon? None of them.
Steven Universe.
I'm not in the fandom for that. Don't care enough. I enjoy the show.
Yeah, fair. Fair. Oh, yeah, I can't blame you.
The ecology fandom. I hope I don't put like a public enemy #1 target on my back when I say this. I have not liked a single other bit of speculative biology that I've ever seen. It's so self-indulgent all the time. It's just, I don't like it. I want to catch these Mothim, but I kind of just don't want to put in the effort since they've already seen me. Oh, my butt. Heck, I don't even like Pokemon speculative biology half the time.
And yet.
Well, the other half of the time, I love it. It just seems like it would be a pork rind kind of texture. I figured it would be more like, well, a cicada shell, honestly.
Oh, hey, Heracross.
What level is this feller? 45. I mean, I gotta catch him. What's the worst bio take I've heard from a Pokemon fan? I have an answer, but I don't know how kind it would be to just say.
Is it who I think it is?
It's exactly who you think it is, and I don't want to necessarily like publicly out someone. There is a single person who is I'm not saying the name or anything of that sort. There's a single person consistently in my comments who was in stream a lot as well that had awful takes. Oh, did you think it was someone else?
Yeah.
Who did you think it was?
Funny person. That they wish they were funny.
Oh no.
Zing. Oh, there she goes. Later, nerd.
Gentlemen, I'm terrified.
That was mean.
Sorry, Chop. Friendly fire. Friendly fire.
I don't want to say their name, mainly because I can't fully remember their name.
I have no clue who you're talking about then, but no. It was the other person. Who?
It's involving after we finished Arcane.
Nope, don't remember. Cody?
Okay. No. Not someone in the server.
I genuinely don't know who you're talking
referenced
about.
they-
Trolling your videos.
We reference
hilarious,
that they're like someone we used to know.
You're gonna have to tell me after stream because I don't know. Anyway, there's a person in my comments who has a really bad takes. Well, fighting time. It's you, isn't it? It's not you. I enjoy your takes. This person... Okay, an example of one of their takes. Oh, Giga Impact. When you said Delibird is an Awk? No, I actually like that. If I didn't respond to that, I'm sorry. No, I actually really like that. I don't want to say the name. It's not you, I
Don't
promise.
say the name. Just don't worry about it.
But this individual has some pretty horrible takes, including a very... So, an example of a bad take of theirs is that Suicune, Entei, and Raikou, those Pokemon, were created by a god. Ho-Oh had resurrected two Pokemon that had perished in the burned tower. So, if you were making, for example, a phylogenetic tree, you would not include these because they are essentially whatever previous species they were. Now they're just magically enchanted with god powers. Right? This individual was furious at me for not including them. There's not using. I don't want it to weaken this a little bit more, but... Oh, I don't actually have Thunder Wave, that's right. Whoops. Yeah, they were...
People get upset about some
No!
and definitely. Oh wow, Shinx or Luxio.
They were very upset. Like, they came into my stream and started being a serious disruption for a while until one of the mods had eventually pulled the trigger and banned them. Or timed them out, something like that.
No, I banned him.
Oh, there we go.
It happens. It's the internet.
It's tragic because they seemed really into it sometimes. And then other times it seemed like they were just trying to be antagonistic. No, I did call them out.
I added. It
Thank you.
didn't.
I can't hear Discord alerts while I'm streaming. OBS turns them off.
I know it didn't. It didn't send as a reply.
Oh. They eventually did, but it wasn't after the first time I called them out. It was after I banned them from streams. Well, someone else banned them from streams, but you know. I'm not asking for them to be unbanned anytime soon. Reface, where can you obtain Heracross?
Heracross? Well, right here.
Other than there, that one's level 45. I want an easier one.
Hold on.
Only? Say it ain't so. It's for Eevees.
Everybody clap your hands.
One alpha spawn in the Grueling Grove.
Oh. Alrighty. Well, fellas, I think I need to grind up my research level.
Don't forget you need to be breaking all those ores because you got firestones you need to be getting.
I think it's only the shiny ones.
Oh.
Like sometimes they sparkle. One second. Have a good one.
See you later, Gillespie Enjoyer.
Drinking a bunch of water because I haven't drank water in a bit.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Consume H2O.
Is that a tiny Bidoof? There's a tiny Bidoof. Water indeed. Water is tasty. Good for you too.
Water, please.
That's what everyone should be saying.
Water, please, or that it's good for you.
What's the worst type of Pokemon fan in your opinion?
The person I'm talking about.
I gotta
I
know.
don't know. People who can't let other people enjoy stuff.
I think that's ultimately it. But if I had to say a specific type of Pokemon fan, Gen 1ers are the type that do that the most. Like, not people that enjoy Gen 1. No, Rafa's not people that enjoy Gen 1. People that think Gen 1's the only good generation. Because they do actively stomp on other people enjoying newer generations. Because it's essentially exactly as you said.
I don't think that generation.
I'm not here to argue whether it's the best. My mic almost left me. Argue whether it's the best generation or not. But plenty of Gen 1 fans think Pokemon went downhill immediately after Gen 1 and do not let you enjoy new Pokemon designs.
I suppose that's true.
I'm not talking about you specifically, because you let people enjoy other Pokemon designs.
The nostalgia is big because Pokemon was such a huge and new thing. Like, it was something else.
Yeah, I don't think the nostalgia even, like... I don't think anyone says that the nostalgia is unfounded. But I think it blinds some people.
Yeah.
People who see Pokemon only as stats are so ideal. I mean, I don't think... I have met 2 people ever in the entire Pokemon fandom that will blame you for liking a Pokemon that is bad competitively. Very, very few competitive players are that sort of punk. Because that's how they got into the franchise, was enjoying something with bad stats. Oh, you know what? No. No, yeah, I would still say that the Gen 1ers are going to be the single worst. The second worst is going to be the r/Pokemon. Anyone on the Pokemon subreddit is the worst Pokemon fan. Now, of course, not literally every single one, but my goodness, the typical opinions held there are insane. Pikachu are here?
Pikachu are there.
Perfect. Why did you not warn Flack about those Pikachu being there?
Yeah, right,
Oh,
face. No, I already finished Pikachu.
well, because you already finished Pikachu.
Bye.
That's Stardust. Not an ice stone. Or, I mean, water stone.
Or, it's not a Firestone, not a Thunderstone, Waterstone.
It's not any sort of stone.
It's dust. r/Pokemon is bad to the point that you actually cannot show, like, family-friendly content desiring people. All the Pokemon I love are bad competitively. Your type of fan is one who pick a bad or mediocre Pokemon and win a tournament with it somehow. That's always hype, and I always hate the fallout, because, oh my goodness, it just becomes the topic of the year. I will never, ever stop hearing about the Pachirisu in 2014, and it has been over a decade now. Which loops back to r/Pokemon, because they love that thing. Burmy! I don't think I've ever actually kept a caught a Burmy yet. Burmy. Burmy. Ruggy.
Bunga?
Bugsnax is something I thought about playing on stream. Unfortunately, I was
I don't
spoiled.
get it.
Bugsnax?
Maybe if you played it, I would get it. Oh, no.
What?
You got spoiled, huh?
Yeah, I got, like... The theme song for the show, for the game... yeah, the game. Actually, like, hints at the ending. If you haven't heard the theme song, you wouldn't know that. But if you heard the theme song and then checked the YouTube comments, you would know that. And that's what happened to me.
Bummer.
Kinda bug and kinda snack. Try to catch them in your trap. Feed somebody, then you'll see we are whatever we eat. That's not a spoiler, that happens right away. Favorite subreddit is Pokemon Conspiracy. It's also goofy and no one takes it seriously. Perfect. Wonderful. Rate your competitive team based on your favorite Pokemon. Are you bringing these exact Pokemon or Pokemon from the evolution line? Bronzong, Earthworm, Cyndaquil, and Toxapex. So, if it's those exact Pokemon, you are playing down like 3 or 4 teammates. Banette has some utility it can do. Bronzong as well. Earthworm itself is pretty solid, and Toxapex is really good. Cyndaquil and Zubat are really just kind of hanging out as mascots. I didn't think you meant actual serious. Although I did suppose I explained it actual serious, but you know. I'm not saying this Pokemon are bad to hate, or bad to love. Cyndaquil is actually my favorite starter, I would say. One of them. But if you were to bring that team into competitive, you probably would not do very well. Recently I've tried to open your mind to use different Pokemon by choosing an aesthetic team. That's kind of neat.
Ooh.
I actually really disliked Infernape until I started using it in Generation 4 Overused. Fell in love with it. Now it's one of my favorite starters. Apanokus maybe I want to catch one, but no I don't. Nothing in the shaking trees. Finished the chill game and actually bonded with the Pokemon you used. Haven't had that in a while. I've bonded with every Pokemon already. Enjoy them all. With a couple exceptions. Pokemon takes a lot of people assume Pokemon are designed with their English name in mind. Unfortunately, in more recent games, the English names have been knocking it out of the park, while the Japanese names have kind of taken a back seat. But yeah, they are designed with the Japanese names in mind. But yeah. If anything, I would think that Delibird is probably an Auk, and if it had to be a false penguin, it would most likely be a little blue penguin. It is tiny. Nah, that's kind of nonsense. The size doesn't matter. Oh, wait, favorite Pokemon come from Reborn? Mister, do you know a lot about Reborn? Because I have an offer for you. The Professor Oak challenge I've always wanted to do is a Pokemon Reborn Professor Oak challenge. Because it is actively a very difficult Professor Oak challenge. Not because you're grinding up to level 36, in fact there are level caps, but instead because if you mess up the timing and order of certain side quests, you can actually fail. And I started a very short series of playing through Pokemon Reborn before the person showing me through had told me to experience reincarnation and blocked me. So, yeah. Size doesn't matter, Pokecology 25. On my YouTube account, I cannot address that joke, but if I were on Twitch, I'd be laughing. You'd love to see that? I think it would actually be really fun. I would also have to figure out a way to turn off text boxes because, oh my goodness, I do not like the writing in that game. But the side quests for everything are really neat.
I've been sitting here inside.
Sorry, Jeff.
No, I was just saying, I've been sitting here in silence, and I'm upset because I made this look cool, but it's also it was also too big for the canvas I'm using. So
That's tragic.
now bits are being cut off.
You thought experience reincarnation was a mechanic in the game? No, we were watching the finale of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I told him multiple times to pipe down, and he did not pipe down. So at one point, I server muted him. He left the call, not in these exact words, but told me to experience reincarnation, and then blocked me. So that was that. which is tragic. That happened back in 2022, I want to say. Instead of running around in circles looking for Pokemon, they're kind of fun. Yeah, that was a while ago. Probably turn in these. We're at the grinding point. Is it a good finale at least? Have you ever seen the Avatar The Last Airbender finale? If you haven't watched Avatar and you are in this chat, watch it right now. Or I will bug you till the
You are
end of
not
time.
allowed to be in this chat anymore.
No, seriously, John, it is
Nothing will actually
fantastic.
prevent.
That Chop, ban everyone that doesn't watch Avatar. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
I'm not.
Pokemon Reborn story is just a tad too edgy.
That means.
A tad is interesting. I think it's way too edgy for me. It's dark for the sake of being dark, and a lot of the NPCs are self-inserts so hard that they use their favorite themes for their theme music. In that they are using like a remix of Giratina or Cynthia's theme for each. Bleh. What Gen 1 Pokemon would be considered uninspired if released during today times? The object Pokemon are a really low-hanging fruit in that regard. Other than that, back when Gen 4 and 5 were out, there were some weird arguments put forth for why Pokemon were uninspired that really didn't actually encapsulate anything tangible. I think Seal will be one. Because it's literally just Seal, and it's just a Seal. But what else? Really, we can do more interesting than that. Not Meowth and Persian, other than being, I guess... We're not counting rip-offs, because they would be rip-offs of Purloin and Liepard. Rapidash? Nah. Just a tad. Maybe Farfetch'd. Kind of bland. The name doesn't really relate to birds at all in any capacity.
I forget he's even a Gen 1 Pokemon.
Just a fire horse. What the heck, Game Freak? I think if anyone complains about something being just element animal, they were just trying to find a reason to hate that Pokemon and have no actual reason to hate that Pokemon. Because I think those tend to be some of the better Pokemon designs. It's just a Thundercat, for example.
3 legendary birds.
3 legendary birds are a perfect example. You can imagine people saying that? I can too, but it doesn't give them any water to that argument. I've never actually gone up a section of Luxio. As you can hear, I'm still a little bit sick. Darn it. Opinion on Lovedis not evolving into a Lomomola. A Lovedis doesn't need purpose to exist. Lovedis can just be the de facto worst fully evolved Pokemon. Holding and Seeking, maybe? I think that they have a running for it, yeah. Pokemon, do you always think it's from a different gen? None of them. I always thought Blissey was Gen 4 for a long time. A lot of people think that about Skarmory being Gen 3. Slugma and Magcargo as well. Because Generation 3's distribution of Pokemon was horrible. Or Generation 2's distribution of Pokemon, my bad. Some people think that Roselia is Gen 3, or that Budew and Roserade are that Roselia is Gen 4, and Budew and Roserade are Gen 3, just because they're from a really weird cross-generation setup. Things like that. Back, what'd you miss? Nothing crazy. Right now we're talking about Pokemon that people think are from different generations. Now see, when I say that I don't think any Pokemon are from any incorrect generation, That is because I am thoroughly obsessed with Pokemon. I don't know if you've noticed.
It's true.
I don't usually say this very often because it sounds kind of pathetic, but I suppose on a YouTube channel about Pokemon, it's more of an accomplishment than anything to be embarrassed by. Since I was 8 years old, I want to say, I have not missed a single day playing Pokemon. In some form. Does it look so Gen 4 to you? Now that you say that, I see what you mean. I started in Gen 2 though, so I'm well acquainted with... Well, started in yellow, but not very long. Eevees just don't exist. They don't.
Well, we've seen 2.
Nope.
You just can't catch them.
We thought we saw 2.
Oh, I see how it is.
Yeah.
It was just Bidoofs, huh?
Dream YouTube collab? I don't get why everyone doesn't like him.
Pokemon channel.
See, I actually do want to collaborate with Fakemon at some point. Because he's fantastic, and I've been watching him for a very long time. Lucario feels Gen 6 to you? I don't get that one at all. He's like the poster boy of Generation 4. Not just in terms of literally being the poster boy for Generation 4, but also, oh my goodness, he's that like blend of edgy combative and not too edgy. And a little bit furry.
And here's those shorts.
He's got the DNA. Hey, Generation 4 Pokemon. No Eevee spawn. It's because of Mega Lucario. Yeah, that was weird. Why did they do that in Generation 3? And how come the only trainers that Mega Evolve are like the champion, the evil team leader, and your rival in the rematch? Very odd. Meanwhile, on Gen 8, they're Dynamaxing every single fight. You know what? Let's finish this team here. Mushlex needs to use rest a bunch of times. Many times. Oh, 15. Well, no. 4, because I'm going to evolve it. Reves, how do you evolve Munchlax into Snorlax?
How do I evolve Munchlax into Snorlax?
How do I evolve Munchlax?
Let's see. Oh.
Yeah, that's probably the worst region to live in because of Dynamax. That one gif where people are waking up in the middle of the gym fight, very funny. I think gym leaders wouldn't need to Mega Evolve because they're just so skilled. Well, not in Kalos, they're not. Friendship? I don't know if that's the case in Legends Arceus, though.
It
Arceus
is tie happiness or friendship.
Darn.
Just use him to mine stuff.
Yeah, probably will. After he finishes sleeping a few times. One more rest. Opinion on Galar fossils? I love them and I hate them. They are. I don't like that they're a departure from the formula, but I don't hate it. Not an innate issue. But the fact that they're just jokes, I don't like that at all. It feels like a laugh in the face rather than, you know, here's a neat design. 3D is interesting, but why are they suffering? I think the suffering is the least questionable part of it. It makes sense why they're suffering. I don't like that she did it like that, but just we were deprived of 3 or 4 different fossil ideas for a novel idea. And I think that ultimately we've lost out, even if it's haha silly.
I have finished.
Does feel so bad for them, like it hurts to exist? It does hurt to exist for them.
Final stage, B10.
Ooh.
Beetle Titan.
And you know what? I wasn't high enough level to catch that, Heracross anyway. They're one of the few water dragon types that aren't legendary. An issue. Big Fish replaces the suffering with Bloodlust. He replaces it with Uno La 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 if you've seen the anime. I do really like him in the anime. He's a very silly guy. Enjoyable fellow. Great to be around.
I still find it funny you're throwing shot put balls at a Pokemon directly into their back to just capture them.
Makes it easier to capture him. Especially when the shot put ball hits their back.
Aim for the lower back.
That's particularly stubborn. It was weird. He was happy about eating food until he wasn't when he got up to the food. Big Fish plush on the Poke Center website is peak? Yes, it is. Alright, fine. Maybe shouldn't have done this while it was raining. Who's your savior? The fruit keeps falling from a tree very painfully. Ooh. I think you meant. Go girl, give us nothing.
Oh, training dummy.
Oh no! The combo. Cool. Right about floats something in the sky. Oh!
You know what I think is funny, but I'm sure a ton of people probably find annoying?
That.
When I find like a new song or revisit a song that I really enjoy, for about a month and a half straight, I'm only listening to that song. Granted, I always wear my earbuds or have headphones plugged in, but
Generation
just
6.
to occasionally see what I'm listening to.
I don't think it's an issue to necessarily listen to a song the whole time. Generation 6 didn't have Mega Evolution be torturous necessarily. That was a Gen 7 thing with the Dex entries. Generation 6 was also very confused in the story when it's told in general. You know, fellas, I think this is time to skedaddle. I don't think this is working out very well.
The rain has stopped.
The rain has stopped. I think it doesn't care. Maybe come back to this. Guys, that there was a bunch of pages. Oh. A single page. Or two.
A single page. I dropped the final evolution in the VC chat.
Ooh. In just a moment. Oh, Chimchar. Oh. Checking it. What do I think about the beta Arceus? Ooh. I think it's really cool. I like the concept and I'm glad they didn't go with it. The idea that he's almost formless in a way. Beta Wooper design. Oh. I remember it being just very basic. I don't remember enough to say anything about it. Yeah. Best beta skin was that little wolf skin Pokemon from Gen 2. Gen 2 has most of the betas. What do we think about the Ultra Beasts? I think that they are a neat idea. I also really like some of those neat ideas. Not all of them. Some of them. For unreported tasks. Enough. Love the trailer did for the Ultra Beast in Pokemon Go. I actually don't know the trailer. I wish the Ultra Beasts had more to them. No, I think if they had more, they'd overstay their welcome. And the Ultra Beasts don't really have faces. Why a lot of people don't like them. Naganadel has a face. Buzzwole. Paramosa. An analog horror vibe. I don't know the trailers. Yeah, I really don't want to use strong poison powder, but no, that's pretty quick. Cephalon has a face. You could have fooled me. I wasn't aware. Like, actually. You guys are on the side of the ball. Ooh. It's nice to evolve eventually. Experience. I see on Starry Graph, I need experience. I know a great way to get some experience. Gonna leave now? Have a great one. Oh, apparent faces. That's true. I still think they're neat. I don't believe in Nihiligo typing. Just doesn't look like rock poison to you. Wasn't that kind of the point? Is that they are from different worlds but normal Pokemon? Appears to be good, but do you think they're just rotting inside? Apparently the mushrooms are tasty. Pretty sure. Ooh, wait, where is that, where's that Alpha Chansey? My face.
I'm looking.
Thank you. I wasn't initially actually asking a question of you. Okay. You could understand the other Ultra Beast typings. I don't think you're necessarily, you know, out of turn in any capacity for not knowing. They're not, you know, not driving with it. There is a poop Pokemon already? I know there's Relord, but that doesn't... Pokemon isn't poop, he just has poop.
Let's see. Wild encounters on the hills above Ouroboros Tunnel.
Okay. Muck is sludge, which is decomposing fecal matter. I think they intended him to be pollution. Oh, rock is because of the glass. Of course it's because... Okay. Makes sense. Human sewage, not pollution? I suppose it could be poop. Probably has some poop in it. I'll give it to you. Not that I'm the adjudicator on what is correct about Pokemon. Until it comes to their biology, then I am. Last part's mentioned in the concept art. That's cool. Make sure that Luxio and Staravia are finished, actually. Yes. Coughing is a fart. I mean, the Gen 1 Pokemon designs are really just supposed to be analogs for otherwise normal RPG enemies. Like, Coughing is a dust spore, or whatever they're called, gas spore. And Grimer and Muck are supposed to be slime-like Pokemon, or slime enemies. And I think when you get at that, you kind of understand a lot of the early designs and what they were trying to be. With later designs, of course, you have them a lot more grounded in realism in some capacity or another. Miss Ouroboros? Yes.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
You need to catch that Heracross anyway. Are you
Eventually.
high enough level?
Nope.
No.
So a viewer had told me I can Skyrim mountain climb up here. Good luck Skyrim horsing this hill. Yeah, I can see that it's Not easy. Other side? Thank you for saying that right away. That could have taken a long time. That usually yours are really depending on the community people talk about often. In terms of Pokemon biology, um, I don't know. I haven't really said any cutting edge stuff yet. A couple YouTube comments honestly have, but I don't want to claim those as mine. Specific example, I guess, for someone else's comment, would be that the Pokemon we see are artistic representations of what the Pokemon actually looks like. So, if Lygon would be segmented a lot like an insect, but just isn't for appearance purposes, because pixel art's really hard, especially when you're making a bug. Stop, are you still here? Guys, remember when we Chops back, we forgot to check out their art. I forgot to check out their art.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
So was that shiny or was that not shiny?
Did I just get one? I wasn't
Yeah, you
paying
got a
attention.
Waterstone. You got a Waterstone, yeah.
Oh. Yes, was that shiny? I forgot that these actually attack. Not shiny? Okay, so they can just come from anything. The stone. Yeah, the stone.
Yeah, I wasn't watching to see whether the rock was,
To be honest, that wasn't either. You don't know? It's all good. Oh. Any paralysis would be nice. No, that's fine. These?
Listen
It
to
was
the
not
other
shiny.
more brief endings.
Oh, it was not shiny?
it was not a shiny node. I just went back and checked the footage.
And then also, here you go, Chop. Sorry about this, I forgot. Here is the final evolution of the Beetle Mech. I think it looks pretty sick. I like the hologram horn.
Thank you. And of course, since it was more close to Gundam, I had to give it the shades.
Of course, of course. Does this know any attacking moves? Yes. Just catching one of the Machokes up here to use on the Alpha? That's a good suggestion. The implication is that a level 60 Blissey, meaning that I'm going to have to be grinding until I can catch level 60 Pokemon, not something enjoyable.
But it is the Pokemon way.
Professor Oak way. Professor Oak way.
Ooh, now I want to go make ramen.
There was your Thunderstone just then.
Wait, what? Actually? Well, I fell in the water. Whoa! What luck! I do need 2 of those.
I'm joking. Give me a second. I'm gonna go BRB again to make noodles.
Okay. How did friendship Pokemon evolve in the wild? Live Snorlax. Presumably, familial living or thorough food. Yeah. Snorlax loves Snorlax? Yeah, self-love. Realistically, it probably is just ready access to food or something along those lines. Why does everything know double edge? Siren's outside. A fire truck. We're gonna check. Oh. And a low health bar. Oh, I probably can't catch it. I'm gonna run and verify. Oh, I can catch it. Okay. Not right now. Okay. Speaking of non-level up evolution, I like the idea that Marina only does double kicks so we can crack open Lunatone to get a Moonstone to evolve. I also like that idea. Pretty good idea. What if I steal it? Something I've always debated on is whether I should count moves in any capacity. However, looking at TMs has actually produced some interesting results in the past, so I think I'll continue to. So, because I don't expect anyone to have a lexical knowledge of every single video I've ever made, in the Sneasel video, I postulated that Sneasler's poison glands are still present in Jotonian, Sneasel, and Weavile, and as a result, them learning Poison Jab is some sort of reactivation of that. Similarly, Aggron, presumably in order to melt the ores in its stomach, have to have a lot of heat in there. As a result, it learns Flamethrower as a representation of heat. Moves definitely have a say in their biology and ecology. Darwinian evolution is a bit more tenuous. Yeah. That's smart. Thank you, I went to school for this. It was actually really easy, I barely had any homework assignments. Ruby does not exist, dude. Favorite Pokemon movie? I think there's really only one good answer. Oh, there are two good answers. Lucario and the Mystery of Mew is just hands down the best Pokemon movie. He's also my favorite. There's character growth. There's an interesting plot line that is, you know, followable the entire way through. The quote villain isn't even really a villain, and there are two ways to interpret that. It's fantastic. Plus, it's one of, what, like 3 Pokemon movies that have Team Rocket sacrificing themselves for the greater good. First one, because it's Your first exposure to Pokemon was the Pokemon movie and not just Pokemon? I think that's a pretty rare case. Too sweet for Chinchar and... Like Destiny Deoxys, I don't think it's bad necessarily. The Celebi one, I don't think it's awful, but I'm not a huge fan. I don't think it's great. Saw YouTube fighting Ash and thought, what is this? You know? It's kind of awesome. Wait, your first exposures to Pokemon was an Egglocke on YouTube? How does this happen? What? I thought Pokemon always spread from playground stuff, you know? I just love aliens. I'm not a huge fan of aliens, but I do like those movies. Or at least, I think they're okay. I do think no Pokemon movie is ever really like a good movie. I think Lucario and the Mystery of Mew is the best, and I think it's not bad. But I don't think it's like, you know, this movie is good. What a deal. YouTube is the playground nowadays. Get with the program. I don't know. I mean, I was on YouTube, but it was because I was antisocial, not because I was social.
They did a really good job of making that Rapidash look mean.
Because it's mean. They didn't do anything. They made the model and then it started looking at them mean. Pleasantly surprised by the Manaphy movie. I actually really hate that movie. I think it's awful. The movie and Cartoon Network or other cable channel. He's literally older than me, you think? I turned 26 about a week ago. Meant to do a birthday stream, but then I decided I didn't want to do a birthday stream, and that was my birthday present.
That's a good birthday present. Blowing off something you don't have to do.
I think the Manaphy movie. We're talking specifically about Pokemon and the Temple of the Sea, right? Because yeah, I think that movie is hot garbage. I think that movie's awful. I apologize. I lose the script when Ash is flying through the sky, enchanted by magical friendship powers that save him from drowning. You said he won? I did technically start with Gen 2, but I started playing overall with yellow. I just couldn't read. And I started playing Gen 2 when I was like 4, so I could barely read, but I could read enough. Wasn't doing anything amazing, but it was goofy and fun. The pirate literally lifting a boulder and getting bodied by Kyogre is funny. I'll give you that, but I was buckled in for something not that. So I was pleasantly disappointed. Ash going Super Saiyan was hilarious. Yeah, I was watching with my ex and he was laughing his butt off, and honestly I felt so embarrassed. Which is crazy because it is anteceded by the greatest movie, being Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. And the fact that that movie starts with a Pokemon Ranger doing super cool stuff, and then that, not a fan. Okay, there are no EVs here. And there's about to be no stream here. Thank you all for tuning in, but my throat hurts, I am coming down from sickness. I will probably be streaming tomorrow, but I might actually switch back to competitive. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Your least favorite Pokemon movie is the Arceus one? Ooh, I didn't know there could be so many wrong opinions in one person. That movie's so good, and it's like it's the third in the arc. You have to watch all three. But it's a mirror to this game's story. This game is about humans learning to trust Pokemon, Arceus being the pilot of that. And then that movie is about Arceus learning to trust humans, with Ash being the pilot of that. Ooh, that movie's great. Have a good night, everyone.
See you later, everybody.